Okay, so we got information, guys. We got information on the December 10th, 2024 patch update. There will be a series drop, okay? The a series drop, for those of you guys that don't know, it when cards drop from Series 5 to Series 4 or Series 4 to Series 3. The last series drop we had was in June 2024. So it's actually a good thing we are getting a series drop. But as I'm going to explain in this video, the community isn't real happy with the amount of cards we are getting for a series drop, and I cannot really blame the community. So for those of you guys that don't know, the cards, they're on screen right now. Those are the cards. Actually, the whole thing, it's on screen. It's been on screen while I'm talking. If you just came for that information, there you go. But I will warn you, this video, I'm going to be doing some ranting and raving and carrying on. Okay, so we're going to go through the cards, okay? So, for those of you guys that don't know, the Series 5 going to Series 4 will mean that the Series 4 cards will be 3,000 collector tokens instead of 6,000. And then the going from Series 4 to Series 3 cards will allow them to be obtained by collectors, reserves, and the free Season 3 card and random for 1,000 collector tokens. Okay, so there are going to be 9 cards in total. Wait, hold on. Is it 9? Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. From Season 5 to Season 4, and then 3 from Season 4 to Season 3. And I'm sure you'll see on screen right now, the ones going from 5 to 4 are Fastos, Grandmaster, Pixie, Beta Ray Bill, X23, Supergiant, Sasquatch, Valentina, and Iron Lad. So, what's really interesting is Valentina is here, meaning that if you just got the Spotlight cash not too long ago with Valentina, it's like, I don't know, it's more like a kick you while you're down thing, because it's Valentina going down to Series 4, which means that she will have been 3,000 collector tokens, which means you could have just got her before you poured in the cash. So, yeah, anyway, you know what? I digress. Maybe that's not a thing. Maybe I'm reading too much into that. Let's continue. The ones going from Series 4 to Series 3 are Snowguard, Kitty Pride, and Jean Grey. So, if you don't have Snowguard or Kitty Pride or Jean Grey yet, you should be able to pick those as your free Series 3 cards once a month. So that's not bad. I mean, you'll be getting those essentially free, right? So that's not bad at all. And sorry guys, I guess I'm a little washed out, so I will fix that for you guys. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, moving on, we also have the whole thing with the Series 5 going to Series 4. So yeah, that means Fastos or Fastos, however you pronounce it, 6,000 to 3,000. Beta Ray Bill, 6,000 to 3,000. And, the rest, like Grandmaster Pixie, X23, Supergiant Sasquatch, Valentina, and Iron Lad. I mentioned Fastos and Beta Ray Bill first because those are two I actually do not own as of making this video. So that is going to make them a little bit easier to get, technically speaking. Now, I am glad we're getting a series drop, okay? I am glad. Don't get me wrong, I'm very glad. But I feel like they could have either A, included more cards, or B, included, I don't want to say better cards. I mean, some of the cards on the list are pretty good. Like, it makes sense to include Beta Ray Bill because Beta Ray Bill is actually in the meta for this month. So that actually checks out. Fastos could possibly be paired with Beta Ray Bill. So I guess that makes sense as well. The rest seems somewhat random to me. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of good cards that they could have lowered from Series 5 to Series 4. But them choosing just this 9 is the 9. Interesting. It's interesting, rather. I don't really know where I'm going with this video, honestly, guys, because to be honest, I know that maybe you guys are going to say you should just be happy with what you got. But remember what I said in the beginning, guys, that we haven't had a series drop since June 2024. So let's see, July, August, September, October, November, December. That's 6 months, okay? Yes, 6 months. So 6 months worth of card dropping. And we get at least four, well, technically the season pass cards also count as Series 5 cards. So we get at least five, most of the time, five Series 5 cards a month. There were some Series 4 cards we got during a few of the caches. That was earlier on when, they did do Series 4 cards and Spotlight caches. But I feel like lately they've just been giving us events to get the Series 4 cards for quote unquote free. I take quote unquote free because the event takes so much time, guys. So much time, so much back and forth, so much chaos, so much panic, so much disorder. So, yeah, that's your Series 4 cards. But that's for a whole other discussion. If you'd like to see my opinions on the whole event Series 4 card thing, definitely let me know. I do have some thoughts on that. You'd think I wouldn't have that much thoughts on them giving us quote unquote free cards, but I kind of do. But anyway, back to this, okay? This is one of the things that it just seems like they could have done a bit more cards. I'd even settle for one more card at this point, make it an even 10. Or, they could have done the whole 12 thing, actually increase it to 12. So we have enough to make a whole deck from Series 4 cards type thing. I guess I'm asking for 3 more, so yeah, maybe that's asking too much. Now, Series 4 to Series 3 cards, I have no problem with that whatsoever. Series 4 cards becoming Series 3, just fine with me. It helps the, free-to-play accounts a lot. And those cards are literally free. They're in Spotlight Reserves, they're in Spotlight Caches, they're cards you can get one for free a month. They are the three that you are seeing that go from Series 4 to Series 3. They are essentially free, and I have no qualms with that whatsoever. And the number, well, frankly, we don't have a lot of Series 4 cards in the game, so because a lot of Series 4 cards that we do have in the game end up being released for free events and whatnot, and I can kind of understand them not wanting to make those Series 3 so quickly. Like, can you imagine someone working so hard for the event and then 2 days later they're like, oh, by the way, that card you worked forever for, it's a Series 3 card now, so you could have got it for free the whole time without any work at all. That would feel interesting. So yeah, but back to Series 5 to Series 4. The selection of cards here isn't the issue, okay? It is, but it isn't. The selection of cards here are pretty solid. X23 is a staple in Deadpool's version of Destroy decks. I say Deadpool's version because it's not a staple in every Destroy deck, just Deadpool's version, as well as some niche type decks out there. Fastos is a staple in, well, really, he's not really a staple. He's more of a plug and play card for some surfer decks. A lot of lately he's been used for what they call buff decks, I believe they're called. Decks that are just meant to buff up your cards. Grandmaster is the unsung hero of so many games, okay? Which I know lore-wise it's very odd calling Grandmaster a hero, but okay. Anyway, lore-wise aside for a moment, okay? Grandmaster is a good card. A lot better than people give him credit for. Pixie is just fun. Honestly, literally, Pixie gets shut down by Mobius. Yeah, Mobius. Pixie gets shot down by the opponent having Mobius, but other than that, Pixie is just a bit of good, clean fun. And then we have Beta Ray Bill, which is a staple in Thor type decks or Jane decks, whatever you want to call them. Thor, Jane, whatever. It's a staple in that kind of decks. Okay. Then we have Supergiant. Supergiant can actually mess up your opponent's plans. I didn't think too much of her at first when I got her, but like she totally wrecks Destroy decks, by the way. Yeah. Play her 10-4, play her 10-3 even, if you can cheat her out early. She wrecks Destroy decks. Because Destroy decks are just one of the decks that they have a 10-5 that they almost always have to pull off in order to make the 10-6 happen. So, yeah, and then there's some cases where the opponent wants to play something like Sarah 10-5, but they don't get to because you're super gianted 10-4. And yeah. And then you can just place the Shang-Chi and it won't go off to the end of the game. But yeah, Sasquatch. Sasquatch is interesting in a zoo type format type thing. Sasquatch has some uses. Okay, at the very least, as long as you play a card on turn 5, he's a 5 cost 6. 5 costs on turn 6. So long as you play at least one card on turn 5. So, not too bad. Valentina. Okay, I know I said some stuff about Valentina from time to time, but Valentina has her place. Okay, may not always be super apparent, but Valentina does have some place. Like if you really want to play on curve, you can play Valentina. Valentina can help you play on curve. Iron Lad, Iron Lad is interesting because Iron Lad, well, you never know what you're going to get. You know, Iron Lad is the very definition of a box of chocolates. Unless, of course, you'll have a Howard the Duck on the field or something that lets you see your next card. That's always something that is a thing for Iron Lad. So, yeah, that's not too shabby there. So, yeah, the cards themselves aren't really an issue, I don't think. I think it's more of the fact that we don't have that many that the people are having a problem with, or people rather are having a problem with a bid. We waited 6 months and we got 9 cards that go down from Series 5 to Series 4. That being said, okay, so right now let's add them up, okay? If we do the whole 9 times 6, right? Okay, so 9 times 6 is 54, right? Okay, so if we do 54, so that's what, 54,000? Something like that. 54,000 tokens. And then if we do 9 times 3 right now, 9 times 3 is 27. So we have the whole 27,000, which is a lot lower than 56,000. If I'm doing any of that math right, then yeah, they go down quite a bit significantly. Okay, so you can acquire all of these for a lot cheaper. That's good. Buying stuff for cheaper is good. But there are more stuff, that's better stuff. Like, not better stuff in the traditional sense, better stuff as in give us more. Give us more. Maybe I'm just complaining about nothing, but to be honest, I was like, hey, this is the list. That's not that many cards there. Oh, you know what? I should make a video. Let's make a video where I rant about the Series 5 to Series 4, then Series 4 to Series 3 drops. But with that said, like I said in the very beginning, I have no problem at all with the series 4 to Series 3. You know, 3 is perfectly fine. We don't have a lot of Series 4 cards as it is. And essentially, Series 3 cards are free anyway, essentially. So, I mean, if you really want to rush and get them, I think there's a separate store for 1,000 tokens. But essentially, if you don't mind waiting once a month, you can get them for free, or even pull them from collected reserve. That's the benefit of Series 3 cards. You can pull them from collected reserves. So that's always fun. So, yeah, the series 5 cards to series 4 cards. Interesting choices. Also, interesting choice to do only 9. And yeah, let me know what you guys think. Comment section below, okay? I'm trying my best to go into the mind of not only their decision making, but also the new player experience. Because between you and me, I noticed that the new player experience is not all that great. Deadpool Diner actually highlighted it quite a bit because it seems like everyone's using either an Erisham deck or a Gambit type discard deck, from my experience anyway. So events like Deadpool Diner and stuff. And I don't know if you know this, but Gambit type discard decks usually contain cards like Modoc and Scorn and what, which are in their own right real high power card that new players don't really have. An Erisham deck, Erisham is the key card in that deck. And Erisham is a card that new players definitely are not going to have, as far as I know. So, yeah, especially free to play new players. In theory, Erisham could appear in the shop for 6,000 tokens, I think. But, yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm just ranting for no reason, which I probably am ranting for no reason. So I'm just going to end it off here. Hopefully, at least one of you guys found this video helpful, entertaining, or you just watched it all the way to help me out because you like supporting the channel. But overall, I guess some is better than none, right? That's my final thoughts on that. So, yeah, feel free to let me know your thoughts on the series drop in the comment section below. And with that said, I will catch you guys in the future. Later.